dun, dun. I just want to dance.
Well, I love it. I love putting the music on. And what people who are watching or listening in the podcast afterwards won't know is that in the background, when the intro is playing, you and I we can see each other in our rooms, although it's a bit sort of grayed out, and we're both dancing away and laughing, and then everybody comes in to the live on a high.
There you go. It gets the energy flowing because remember, it's only 7 a.m. where I'm at.
Yes. So I need to introduce you. I am so excited to see you here, Mary Fainbrandt, all the way from San Diego. And
well, actually, Arizona now. I
yes,
moved.
of course, you have moved. That's why I got the time zones in a muddle.
I'm in a muddle. I love the words you guys use over there. I don't know why. They just sound so great. I'm in Sun City, Arizona now.
Sun City, Arizona. Sun City, Arizona sounds like a made-up name.
Well, what it is, it's a retirement community. It really is. I'm in the original. Yes, it's the original, like Sun City. I think it was built around 1966. It's the original retirement. So they have these amazing rec centers with pools and pickleball and cornhole. And you can go, we have 7 rec centers that we have access to. It's like this great community that what I love is it's quiet. We don't have any schools. There's no school buses. So you know, I work from home. It's great not to have kids running around outside in the summer, right?
That actually for the Brits listening in, what exactly is a rec center?
Oh, a rec center, recreation center. So workout. We have gyms, we have pools, we have tennis courts, pickleball. We have lawn bowling. There's a woodworking shop, a jewelry making shop, photography like studio. So it's a social center.
A social center, darling. So can I come and stay?
Absolutely. I have a great guest room. When are you coming? I'll book you. I'll send you the booking link.
I love that. I want to play pickleball.
Right? I know. It's pretty nice.
Oh, fabulous. So I haven't done a formal introduction yet. We should do this, really. But this is kind of why I love live shows, because you just don't know how they're going to go.
Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody else who is listening or watching, please welcome to my purple sofa, the B2B Live Lounge, Mary Fainbrandt.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah. It is great to be here with you. It's been a while. We haven't seen each other in over a year.
It must be coming. It's 2 years.
Is it 2? Yeah, were you there in 23? Was I there? Oh.
So it was 2022 when we met.
It was 2022 because you're right. It has been a while.
At Social Media Marketing World.
Yeah.
And we have Kim Willis. Woohoo! She says, hello, Kim.
Hello, Kim.
Nice to see you.
I just shared this with my audience on LinkedIn. I was like, oh, I need to share this out.
Oh, yes, of course. I forgot to tell you we can do that, which is great. So we're now live on my YouTube, your LinkedIn, my LinkedIn, and my Facebook. 4 places at once.
I love it.
Brilliant. So Mary Fainbrandt, you are a LinkedIn expert, obviously, as we know, but you're also specializing very much, I see, in AI.
I am. So I've been playing in AI. I think it was 2022, the end of 2022, when it was coming out. It wasn't really in the public knowledge like it is now, but I kind of dipped my toes in, didn't know what I was doing, but I'm always like, ooh, technology, can this make my life better? Right? I tend to embrace technology. And in 2023, I saw this certification program. And I was like, okay, I really want to understand this because I saw the writing on the wall that AI was coming. It's not going away. It's like computers back in the day and email and all these, our cell phones, all this technology. It's coming so we can, be an ostrich, put our head in the sand and ignore it, or
Mhm.
can dive in and learn how best to use it. So I decided to join the certification program, which was the first one in the world, and with Jeff J. Hunter, who I love. He's amazing. And I decided I want to learn how to use it, what I like to say is ethically, efficiently, and effectively. Effectively, efficiently, and ethically. Did I say that
I
right?
love that. So that's 3 E's, so we can remember that much more easily.
Yes.
I do like a
So
bit of alliteration.
yeah, me too. So I dove all in, and because I did see the writing on the wall that it could replace some of the work I do. So what's the next phase for Mary Fane Brandt? Well, it was becoming an AI certified consultant to help other business owners learn how to use it and feel comfortable with it, because there is some risk and there is some fright around it. Like, people are scared, like, oh, it's going to take over jobs. And I'll just say it will. Absolutely. It is going to take some jobs, but it's also going to create new jobs. So,
Somebody's got to create the AI, right?
yeah. And somebody has to manage it, because it's not a just, run it in the background on everything and we're all on automatic, at least not as of today. And so I really wanted to learn how to use it to enhance the work that we do. So I feel that AI is a productivity tool. It's not
Mhm.
to replace humans. Even on LinkedIn, it's not to replace the humans. And it's not, I'm human first. I love connecting. I love conversations. That's where the magic happens. AI can't have this conversation between you and I.
Oh, absolutely not. Okay, so as a productivity tool, how would you use it? What's the sort of really easy way that you would use AI?
The really easy way is content. And
Yeah.
and some people say no, no, no. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. You hire copywriters to maybe fix your website or your blog. I use it for ideation. I'll have the content idea that I want to write about, and I'll use ChatGPT or Claude to kind of smooth it out. So I have a learning disorder. I'm dyslexic. So what does that mean? That means that my thoughts are not always in order. Because I'm dyslexic, maybe a little ADD, aren't we all? Right? So like all these ideas, and then I try to put them out, and my words get transposed when I'm writing. It's a serious learning
Ah,
disorder. So
yeah.
using an AI tool, helps me logically say what I was thinking I was saying, right? And making sure that it reads in an order that is correct. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that because what you're doing is it's your thoughts, it's your creativity, it's your knowledge and insights and learning. You've written it, but what AI is doing is enabling other people to read your words, so to make them comprehensible to other people so that other
Yeah.
people can read them.
And
Why
sometimes
not?
I want it longer, or sometimes, I like to talk. So my writing is sometimes too long. So maybe I need it shorter, so I can take a blog and say, I can take an old blog, repurpose content, and say, create 5 social media posts out of this.
Yeah.
What? So a repurposing tool, an ideation. I get a lot of ideas like, hey, what is the biggest pain point for people on LinkedIn right now? Right?
Perfect.
Because
Yeah.
so think of it as a productivity tool, um, something to enhance the work that we're doing. And if we can enhance and streamline the work we're doing, Sarah, we can serve more people. We can help our clients on a higher level, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And I love that you were talking about using it for asking it questions, and I do the same. And in fact, I've got to a point where I can ask it, what would you ask me if I wanted to ask you this? And you sort of go back and back and back. And it's hilarious. I love the answers. I mean, it's getting much better. And the more you use it, the more it understands you and what you want. No, you can have such fun with it, can't you?
yeah, you can have fun with it. Okay, so having fun with it, I don't just use it for business. Recipes, okay?
Oh,
I wanted a menu for a barbecue. Boom, done. Create an invitation for my birthday. Boom, done.
Love
What
that.
else? We bought a house last September here in Sun City, and we are redoing the entire backyard because there's a lot of rock over here in Arizona. Like the backyard's a rock, and I'm from San Diego. I need some greenery and some color. So we literally stripped the backyard, planted some palm trees, some pretty flowers, and I'm like, this is going to be our little backyard paradise. It needs a name. So I put in ChatGPT, we like kayaking, we like cocktails, we like the set, like these are all the things we like. Come up with some names for our backyard. It's going to be our little paradise. Well, it came up with a few. My husband and I went through them, and we're going to get a sign made. Well, we want to get a sign made that says paddle and pour, because we love to paddle or we love to kayak, and we have a bar in our living room because we love to have happy hour and serve cocktails. So it's called Paddle and Pour is our backyard. How fun is that?
I love that. That's so brilliant. What an innovative use of AI. That's so fantastic.
Yeah, so you can use it for all kinds of things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one way, and I didn't do any training, but to really use it effectively, right, for your brand as a business owner, you really need to create your human-like AI assistants. So that's my love. That's what I've been doing, is creating like an army of AI assistants for
Ooh.
my clients. So it can do the heavy lifting on content, marketing, copywriting, SOPs, your standard operating procedures. Like I have clients that need that detailed in
Ooh.
newsletters or templates. You might have seen my Fantastic Friday shout outs. That's a template. I don't
Ah,
write that every week, you guys.
wow. That must save you so much time.
It does. It saves me time, right? It helps me be consistent. It helps me, this fantastic Friday shout out goes to spotlighting other people that I know. So I'm helping them, right? Raising their brand awareness. And then I can serve my clients
Brilliant.
because I have a little more time. And who doesn't, some of the things like emails, newsletters, we have an email AI assistant that is, in my mind, like a rock star. So through my training program, we have all these AI assistants that have been set up and tested to get the best results.
Ah.
Ah,
So people out there, and we have a question. I recently used AI to put together a
ooh,
set list for a radio show I was doing, including intro lengths, so I knew which song I could talk up to. Oh, that's
see?
brilliant. Now, unfortunately, LinkedIn user, I think you must have come through the banner rather than the link, so it hasn't got your name, but we'd love to know who you are. So please, I have a feeling I
Yeah,
do know who it is, but I'm not going to say. So please comment and tell us who you are.
yeah,
That's fascinating. And
yeah.
it gives you
There's
the
so much
intro.
that
Yeah.
AI can be used for. And with LinkedIn, it just makes sense. So I've created some custom GPTs to write LinkedIn profiles and power headlines.
Ooh, hello. So I suppose the opposition would say, but they're not personalized. They're not, they
Mm,
look like AI. They read like AI. We can tell that they're AI. They're
good point.
generic.
Yep, yep.
What's your response to that?
So before I give you my response, let me just say publicly that I was anti AI.
Mhm.
Because you know me, Sarah. I was like, nope, no bots, no AI on my watch. I'm all about people, conversations. I was like, nope, this ain't happening. And then I learned how to use it, and I was like, okay. So, yes, you have to use it properly in order for it not to sound like you, which means you have to train it. Also, you have to tell it what not to say. And all those emojis, the rocket and the launch, that screams AI. So tell it never use the rocket emoji or the word launch. So
I
as
love that.
I have a whole list of words that I just plug in with my clients, and I tell it never use these words. Delve, launch, rocket, train it. The thing is, when
I
it
was just
doesn't,
trying to think of some other words. There's lots, aren't there, that
yeah,
you just see and think, oh, that's obviously
when
AI.
it's not working, when it's sounding like everyone else, it's because you haven't trained it. You haven't set it up
Mm.
properly. Just like
Yeah.
your LinkedIn profile. If you don't set your profile up properly from the get-go, you're not going to get the traction, or you're not going to attract the network that you want, the clients that you want, the referral partners.
Absolutely. And I think I've never worked with a copywriter. I always write everything myself. But well, with the help of my social media manager for my posts, but all my long form I write myself. And I always had the thought that if I tried to work with a copywriter, they wouldn't get my tone of voice right at all. And actually, I quite like writing, so I'm happy with that. But I guess it's the same, that any copywriter, real human one, just needs to get to know you. And this is exactly the same. The AI, the bot, needs to get to know
It
you.
is. And if you can actually have it write in someone else's style. So if you have an author and their
Yeah.
information is out there, right? Because it's grabbing from the web, right? It's
Yeah,
grabbing from the internet. So if there's a style of writing, like the AIDA, I forget what it breaks down to, but like the clear copywriting method, the AIDA method, if there's a method of writing or a style of writing, you can train it to write like that. So, for example, I love Amy Porterfield, right? So like you could say write in the style of Amy Porterfield, or what's another author, like maybe Stephen King, or that's not a good analogy for business owners. What?
I wonder if we got a LinkedIn, if we got it to write something on, how to set up your profile on LinkedIn, and then get it to write like Stephen King, how that would be.
Right. So that's the thing, is you have to know how to use AI to get the best content from it.
Absolutely.
How cool is it? I could have.
I'm going to go to the comments. So this person is Dan Curtis. Dan, I have a feeling that you've clicked through either my banner or Mary's banner to come here rather than going through the link, and I think that's why your name isn't showing. Let me know if that's not correct. Yeah, I think when you come through, you can click through to the banner and come to the thing. I think that's when your name doesn't show, as opposed to coming through the link.
So odd.
But Dan Curtis, I love this. How cool is it that I could have Lee Childs write a post for me? Or maybe some kind of Jackie Collins or somebody like that.
Ooh, Jack, I used to read her books. Or Daniel Steele, or think of a business writer like Gary Vee.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I was thinking, actually.
Yeah, so write in the style of Gary Vee. So it's really about learning how to use AI, how to train it so it does sound like writes in the style that you want. And it's really about having your ideas, and it's just flushing it out, adding to it, or taking your blog and chopping it up. And there's lots of different AI tools. It's not just about that. There's video AI that takes your long form video and chops it up into, like, I took an hour-long video that I spoke at the chamber, and it made 42 micro clips with captions on brand in 5 minutes.
So, that's amazing. So what I'm going to do then is take the transcription from StreamYard of this. I'm going to pop it into AI and say, create me 10 LinkedIn posts, and let's see where we go.
There you go. But
I
you
will
have to
obviously
train
be
it.
posting about it.
10 LinkedIn posts. What's the tone? What's the personality? What's the style? You've got to put all of that in there to get something that sounds like you, Sarah. If you just say create 10 LinkedIn posts, it's going to be very vague and generic, right? And that's what we don't want. And that's what I want people to understand there, because everyone's like, oh, it won't sound like me. Everyone will tell that it's written by AI. So it's about training it and using it properly. But think about those busy business owners that know they want to be on LinkedIn. They don't have time to be consistent with their posts, right? So think of this as a tool to getting people on LinkedIn. And if you can have your content taken care of, right? And then you can do the engaging part yourself.
Brilliant. I love that. I absolutely love it.
And that's where it's important, the conversations, right?
Which is where I was going next. I love how we're just so smooth. Anybody would think that we prepared this instead of literally 1 minute before we went live going, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So and this is what I was going on to, because you run LinkedIn local events, and you're really into pulling people together and
I
creating
am.
communities, and that's one of the things I really love about what you
Aw,
do. And
thank
you're
you.
big into communities and conversations. So when I saw that you were kind of going into down this AI route, I have to say I was quite surprised, as you said earlier. But we still need those, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. So I have a LinkedIn and Lattes group that we meet once a month here in person, business owners, kind of like a think tank. How can we support you? What's going on? Do you have an event? Do you need help with something? I am 100% human first. I am 100% about community, conversations, and connecting. AI is a productivity tool. It is not here to replace the human connection. And I think we have to be really careful about that we don't automate our entire life. What
Mm.
should we automate? What makes sense to automate? And here's the thing, if you can automate some of these things that you do all the time, that's going to allow you more time for the human connection and the conversation,
Yeah,
right? And that's what we
absolutely.
need. We don't want to lose that.
Yeah. That's true. And yes, so we're taking away the humdrum, mundane tasks to give us more time to
For
have these
humans.
communications and proper conversations, if you
Yeah.
like. Okay, we have a
Mm.
question in from LinkedIn user, either Dan or the other person or the other another person, who unfortunately their name isn't showing. Where do we best access AI?
So, do you mean like the best platform? So, is that
Yeah, let's start with that.
so depending on what you're looking to do? So, creating marketing content, probably ChatGPT or Claude. Claude is really great for analyzing big data. So I've just started playing in Claude. I actually just created a landing page for an AI workshop, the email sequence, the webinar deck, like the webinar, the text for the webinar, and the email sequence for that webinar. And I wrote it in a sassy, fun tone that's more Mary style, right? Because I wrote it first professionally friendly. I'm like, the content's good. Okay, yes, yes, yes. And then I was like, okay, now write it in my brand voice, which is sassy, fun, and casual. And what it came up with, I shared it with a colleague, and they're like, oh, that's perfect. So you. So it just depends on what you're looking for. I like those for that content and marketing. I like Video AI for chopping up videos. I like Fathom as a tool for recording calls and getting the transcriptions. I actually have, I'm just updating my tech toolkit, right, of the tools that I use. I'm trying to, let me see, Fathom, StreamYard, Video.
Video, I don't know. So how does that one work?
Video.ai, that's the one where you would take the video from today, put it in there, and it would create the micro clips for you to share on social.
Oh, so that will cut this into, oh, because I do that myself.
Oh, oh, sweetie.
Oh,
Oh, no. And this
or
is why,
I pay my editor to do it. But
right? No, you drop it in. Literally, I'm going to send you my link. You're going to try it out because it's amazing, and it'll be, you can change the color of the text. It'll actually put the captions on for you, and then it ranks it from like 99, like, oh, this one's 98%, and it tells you what it's talking about. Like if we talked about 3 different things, it will tell you, oh, this clip talks about LinkedIn, this one talks about AI, this one, yeah, boom.
wow. My favorite, can I tell you my favorite AI tool?
Yes.
So being on the ADHD scale and having a memory, as my mother used to say to me, she was ever so kind, my mum mostly, but sometimes really not. She used to say that I had a brain like a colander. Do you know what a colander is in the States?
Yeah, things
It's,
fall through.
yeah. And I used to say,
Where you
Mum,
drain your spaghetti.
yeah. But I used to say, Mum, it's not a colander. The phrase is, you've got a brain like a sieve. And she said, no, darling, you've got a brain like a colander because the holes are bigger. I loved my mum. Anyway, so why am I talking about colanders? Oh yeah, my brain. So whenever I have a meeting, I use Fireflies, which is a transcription tool
Yeah.
on Zoom or Teams or whatever. You just invite Fireflies to come in, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it has saved my bacon so many times. So when I'm on a pitch call, for example, with a potential client, I bring Fireflies in. I always ask. And I always say, do you mind if Fireflies joins us? You are welcome to have the transcription if you wish, and I will share it with you. And I get I don't only get the full transcription, but I also get action points on what we discussed.
And that's what Fathom does. So it's very similar tool, the editor app.
Video. We have a question from Hada Sarah Morgan. What was that editor app called? Oh, video.
And I just put it in. Oh, I put it in the. Hold on. Let me try that again. I put it in the private chat for you, Sarah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, I can see that. Thank you. You're very kind.
Can I put? Oh, I can't post comments to.
Oh, I can. How do I spell it? VID.
I just go to the private chat. Can you grab that and put it in?
See, this is what happens. Don't you just love? Oh, because it's got your link too. Okay, I'm going to share. Edit copy. I'm going to share Mary's.
It makes short clips from your long form videos, and it captions it. You can change the colors. It ranks it. And it tells you like this clip. It's brilliant. It will save you a lot of time and headache. So yeah,
fabulous.
Thank you.
So I've posted. Oh, it's gone on YouTube and on Facebook as well, and hopefully on LinkedIn. Heather, if you didn't get that, if you can't see it, Mary will put it in the chat afterwards, or she'll get in touch with you, and you'll have that link.
Absolutely, it's amazing. It's not horrifically expensive. I do the annual plan because I like to save money. And I can tell you it's already paid for itself. So I love that tool. Firefly is an amazing tool, or Fathom, one of those. Yeah. If you guys are not using a tool when you're doing calls, prospective client calls, or your coaching calls, you need to do that because it'll highlight action items, like you said. It'll do the transcription. Can you imagine the day, Sarah? Do you remember like taking notes? Like client call, action item. Okay, I got it. Now I got to send the email. Here's your list of things. Here's what I'm going to work on.
I know, bits of paper. No, this is so much easier. And even what happens when I get to the end of the first call with the client, I'll say, well, let's hook up again next week and we'll recap and blah, blah. And we'll say, yeah, let's do Thursday at 3:00. And then I'll end the call and I'll say, oh, crikey, what time did we say we'd meet?
Right.
So I literally just go back to Fireflies, go to the end, and there it is. It's brilliant.
Perfect. I also have been playing around in Fleeky. I think it's FLIKKI. So it will make a video from like a description. Like you can put a blog in there, or what I'm doing with some clients is like we have the text version of the post and I'm putting it in there, and you can grab images. You can upload your own images. So one of my clients, I was telling you, works with manufacturers of ceiling fans, right? So I grabbed their ceiling fans and some other clips and put it in there, and it made this brilliant video. So you don't always have to have your face on video. Sometimes your products, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or you're telling a story. So you can upload, what I love, I can upload my own images, and I can take images from their stock. And my cat, Brittany, just joined us.
Wow, that's amazing. So Gurpreet's just come in and said he's doing it now. I'm guessing you're doing some editing, Gurpreet. This may be the last editing you'll ever need to do.
And let's be honest, it's not perfect. None of these AI tools are perfect, and nothing is a copy paste job. I always like to say you've got to have your human eye on the AI.
Absolutely.
And my other saying that I want to share is that the 90-10 rule. I made this up, but I think it's 100% accurate. The 90-10 rule is AI gets you 90% to the finish line. That last 10% is your job.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Gurpreet said, thank goodness. Thank goodness this may be the last video I ever have to edit.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not for everything, right? The
No.
video editing app, I don't believe it. Like I just had a founder's video done. So they recorded me for like, oh my gosh, it was like having a production team. I felt like I was I felt like I was Oprah Winfrey. We had a crew of
You are,
4
darling.
people at my house. There were 5 cameras, lights, microphones. I'm going to be sharing that soon. But like that, I wouldn't be able to get from AI.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So I just want to share there's a time to use AI and there's a time not to.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about those photo apps that make you a business person or a surfer. I play with them for fun. And I've posted some of them. Liam posts, like, here's Liam, sitting on the LinkedIn box. They're fun.
They
Do I
are
want
fun.
Do I want to replace photographers? No, I just hired one. I actually have another photo shoot scheduled for August because they're going to capture me, my essence. AI
Yes.
AI can just put my face on
In
someone
funny
else.
places, and it can do weirdy things. But yeah, to get your personality, it needs to be you, for
So there's
sure.
a time and place. If you are a career professional and you needed an updated headshot and you couldn't get somewhere to get one, there are tools that could take your existing headshot or take a photo of you and you could upload it into like someone that has a suit on or a professional shirt in a crunch. Yeah,
Yeah.
in a crunch.
Yeah, exactly as you say,
In
in a
a
crowd.
crunch.
Yeah. Do you know what? I cannot believe that we are at the end of our half hour.
I know.
That's
If-
crazy. It goes so fast. And this happens every single week. So every single week, guys, I am here talking to really interesting people about LinkedIn and anything, connected to LinkedIn. And this week we're having the most incredible discussion with Mary about how to use AI to make your LinkedIn life a little bit more efficient and easy so that you can focus on building those communications and
yes,
those conversations with people, which is
absolutely.
what we are very big on here. So I'm here this time every single week with a different guest, except for August when I'm taking the month off.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! But I have one last question that I ask all of my guests.
Okay.
And it is this. Mary, can you give us 3 takeaway tips for our audience today or anybody that's listening on the podcast that they can take away and do easily?
Sure. So regarding AI, because that was the focus of
That was
today,
the focus.
is find the right tool for you and your business. Don't go and sign up for all the tools. I've done that in the past. So you don't need 20 AI tools to start using AI. Find one, learn how to use it the correct way. So that's tip number 1.
Tip number 1, find the right tools.
Find
Okay.
the right tool. Tip number 2 would be don't be afraid. Give it a try. Anything new is scary, even for me. I was anti AI and now I'm like, hey, let's all use it, but let's use it the right way. So don't be afraid to try AI. Number 3, if you do start using AI, I think the most important thing is the magic happens in the conversations. Content gets the door open to those conversations. People follow me on LinkedIn that I don't even know are watching me, and all of a sudden they drop in my DM or they book a call with me. And I always ask, how did that happen? Oh, I've been following you for months. I'm ready now. So if you're not getting results yet, just know that I always say LinkedIn's a long game. Like in golf, it's not the putting, it's a long game. You need to be consistent. If you're having trouble with that, maybe use an AI tool. And when we're talking about AI tools, scheduling tools too, right? The
Yeah.
AI with a scheduling tool so that you can be present and human in the DMs.
Yes, absolutely. So recapping, choose the right tool for you. So do your homework, ask around, I guess, ask other people. But at the end of the day, it's for you, it's your tool.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah. Anything new is scary.
It is scary. Yeah, it is scary. What was the last one? I was
Uh,
distracted with the comments.
uh, I know. So find an AI tool, don't be afraid. And the third one, I got what was the third one? I
Tim,
think I
help us
like,
out.
I know it was like, don't still be human and
Oh, be
engage in
human. Still be human. Still be yourself.
engage
And
in
be
the
human.
comments and in the DMs.
Yeah.
So use AI so you can be more human like, because right now you're like trying to get content out, trying to engage, and you're all over the place. Let's take away what we can that makes sense so that you can show up in the DMs as you, so you
Mm.
can, get more conversations, because conversations lead to not only clients. I always like to say connect, cultivate, convert, my 3C method. And the convert means convert into opportunities. That could be referral partners, people to collaborate with, podcasts, speaking engagements, and of course, clients.
Yeah. Yeah. So many more things than just clients and
So
not
many more things.
people. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
last word I use. If you notice, that's the last thing I say is
Yeah.
clients.
It's clients. And it's really interesting. And I am actually, thank goodness, seeing more and more people coming to me and saying, I've been following you for ages. Can we work together? They're ready to buy straight away. There's no conversion needed. All we need to do is work out how we're going to work.
Which
How can I
package are they signing up for?
exactly which package are they signing up for and how much am I going to charge them or whatever, but they're ready to buy because they've been watching me for ages and ages and ages. And what
Position
I'm
yourself
finding,
as the expert
yeah,
through the content, through your profile, through the conversations. They see you as the expert. It's just a timing thing.
yeah, absolutely. And I had a guy came to me yesterday and he's been following me for about over 2 years. He said he'd been watching my content and the time is right. Great. And they're ready to buy. It's wonderful.
I have a person here. She's actually from California too. We've been friends. She has her own business. She's known me for 3 years. She just bought in, maybe it was May. We did the AI strategy session. We did the marketing strategy session, and now we're doing the content. Took that because now she's ready.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
yeah,
that's how the human psychology is, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So just keep showing up on LinkedIn, growing your network, connecting with amazing, interesting people, not just people that you think could be clients, because that's a very boring, not boring, but that's a very stagnant network. You want to have a diverse network.
Yes, absolutely. But I always say though, try to grow your network how you want it to be. So, the classic, well, because the algorithm watches what you do. So
Yes.
how you behave on LinkedIn does affect what LinkedIn feeds you in your, what you see in your feed. So for example, if you spend all day watching cat videos, then LinkedIn, the algorithm is going to think, great, this person wants more cat videos. And that's all you're going to see in
Right.
your feed. Whereas if you start hanging out in the professional space and meeting people and chatting to people in
Right.
that space, the algorithm reads that. And that's the kind of content you'll get in your
Yeah.
feed.
Engage with the people that you want to learn from. Engage with people that are at companies or industries that you want to get your foot in the door. So absolutely, because I do watch cat videos on Instagram and they do feed me a lot of cat reels, because Instagram is where I go to check out cat reels, recipes, and workouts, and people that dance. I love watching people dancing on Instagram because I'm always like, they make it look so easy. I could do that. No, not
No,
happening. But I think I can,
you think
for
you
2
can.
seconds.
Yeah, I love that. Brilliant. Mary Fane Brand, we've gone 10 minutes over, but hey, this is live. We can do what we like. I have loved chatting to you today about AI, about LinkedIn, about conversations and connecting. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so
Thank
much
you for having me.
for
This has been
coming.
great. I miss you. I
I
miss
miss
you.
you
Come
too.
visit. I'll send you the booking link to book the guest room.
Thank
Come
you.
when it's cooler though, because it's been 120 degrees. I don't know what.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but let's just say it's the hottest summer on record, I
that
think.
is hot. That's very hot. Yeah.
Yes.
I also want to thank our wonderful audience. Mary Famebrad will share the link to
Yes.
the video clip app which a couple of people have asked about. So if you share that in the comments afterwards, Mary, that would be amazing with your
I will
affiliate.
do
That
that.
would be great. Next week at 3 p.m. UK time or 7 a.m. in where Mary is, or wherever it is. All over the world, it's different times. But if we kick
Yeah.
off with 3 p.m. British summertime, work it up from there. I've got Annette Richmond next week.
Oh, I love Annette. She's
Yeah.
great.
She's fabulous, isn't she? Yeah. So cool. I'm going to play us out with some music so that we can dance out as well as dancing in. Are you ready? And audience, I hope you're going to dance too, just for a little bit, and hopefully see you all next week. Mary Framebrand, thank you for being a fabulous guest on my B2B Live Lounge.
Thank you for having me.